Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent Book Club. We are nearing are we already at 300th episode or have we surpassed it? What number are we getting so close to? It's so
Yeah, this week we should be hitting our 300th episode.
and we are going to be celebrating soon. So be on the listen for when we are going to have a little celebration to all our listeners and also just the hard efforts of all of the ShodyMedia and Shelly and Jordan and moi.
Aw,
I just have to say this has just been so much fun. That's my main
it's,
thing. So,
yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and we're very, very thankful that you guys are listening. It's been a lot of fun for us, and we're very, very, very thankful.
yeah,
It's been a fun ride. We've met some great people,
incredible,
and
incredible.
yeah, and we're excited about the future. I mean, we're like we meet people all the time and we're just like, oh, we need to have you on the show. You're incredible. And we want to share you with the world.
Yes, and there's so like we just went to Louder Than Silence birthday party with CG and Joe and our Casey went and Marianne went and we saw some other friends and new friends and it was such an amazing event and what a wonderful charity. If you're not involved in it, get involved, become a monthly donor. I really enjoyed that that entire celebration. It was at Austin Sign Company. I couldn't believe it. It was such a cool venue. There was so much to do there. There was little
Yeah.
They had silent auction things, but they also had little events. Great food. Wow. Um, Great drinks. It was a wonderful crowd. We met a woman named Marcy who has her own podcast, and she taught us stuff about delivery and recovery when you have a baby, and the pelvic floor.
Yeah.
All of this was discussed at Louder Than so.
Well, and before that, we met with Melissa and Leticia and had a great conversation
Lots
and learned something about after in the Hispanic community, after somebody has a baby, they do this wrap.
right.
We're gonna deep dive that. We're so intrigued by it,
Yeah.
and just so you have a better recovery,
We need to bring it back.
bring it back. Very intrigued by it. Yeah,
Yeah. And our waitress who had 4 pregnancies, I believe, she had a snatch waist and a cute round uh body, like booty and super fit. And she said, yep, that's what they did. And we want to learn more. We're gonna deep dive it and hopefully Las Comadres will get into it as well. But wow, we learned so much this weekend.
we did, and we went by Coco's. You guys,
On Lamar, where Baker Street was, and before that, Alligator Grill, right next to Half Price Books, South Lamar, found a sports bar that is centrally located for everybody. Tons of TVs, wonderful seating. We just had the pretzel, but if the pretzel is a sign of what's to come behind in the kitchen, I am excited. The food looked delicious. The drinks were pouring. Shelly had an espresso martini that looked delicious. And I really, and plenty of parking. There's so much parking there, super accessible, a wonderful outdoor patio area, and then a huge area inside, lots of TVs. I think it's going to become the stomping ground for us. But I also took John on Sunday to go because that's kind of what we were talking about. We were going to do our homework, and we did. We went over to Vincent's, and then we went over to where Giddy Ups was, and there's a sports bar there. It still has a giddy up feel, but it does have a putt golf, pickleball. It has bocce ball. It has one of those inflatable bulls. It has a dance floor. It has a music venue. It had sports on. There was great stuff for the kids to do. Plenty of parking. It's a pretty far south in between Slaughter and Buda, but fun avenue. And then the old Luster Pearls, we went there. It is now a oh, what did we call it? That we said we don't really like to go there. The one on Lamar.
Bolden Acres.
It's a new Bolden Acres, and it is improved. So it's where Luster Pearl was. But what they did, Shelly, it was so smart. They had a quieter bar, lots of outdoor seating, beautiful. And then they had a louder bar, like the Bolden Acre bar. But they also had, looks like they're going to make pickleball and all their other fun things, a playground for the kids. Lots of parking, lots and lots of parking. I think the girl that worked at Black Sheep was our bartender. Super great. The bathrooms are clean. We didn't order food there, but it looks like it's food trucks. But it was well done because we sat in the quiet part, played King's Corner while everybody else was in the loud part. And it was super great. So highly recommend it. And then we went and fed the dog and walked the dog and fed the cats at Peyton's, and then came home. And as you could tell, I've been nursing a little bit of a cold, but so we've been doing our homework, Shelly. So
well, and I think we need to have this conversation as well, Jody. So we have started doing these debates, and our last debate, we discussed Kim Kardashian's hairy panties.
The
pubic thong. And my understanding from our conversations is that we were debating. And so you took one side, I took the other. Yeah. Even if I disagreed, you have one side or the other.
Good job debating it. So you seems so convincing that you were into it. I'm not going to.
Yeah. Jody walked away and she was like, "Oh wow, Shelly really likes these panties," and I was like, "No, I was debating. I was debating." We are going to use that time either to debate,
yes,
or to deep dive something, or just have a more in-depth conversation about something. And so
the Throwdown Thursday or what else, whatever comes out, really.
Yeah,
such a hot topic, the pube panties, that we were like, we have to deep dive this, we have to. So yeah, so but you were so convincing. I was like, and guess what, those pube panties are sold out.
They're sold out. So
I was gonna get you because you really wanted them.
No, I would never wear them, but I thought it was funny, and I was taking the debating seriously. But I wish y'all would have heard the conversation. Jody was like, "Wow, you really like those panties," and I was like, "No, I don't. We were debating."
Well, you did a great job. I actually thought you were so sold on them because you're so convincing. But I do like that you just went with it. So that was great. But for clarity, we might have to just choose a side. Oh, one more thing. We did go to Vincent's and John had the hot dog and he was like, "This is the best hot dog in town." So
yeah.
Barn and Anna and Gary there.
I love it.
Anyway, but I love Vincent's. I still stand by it. I like that it's a neighborhood bar. I wish we had one just like it here. The TV situation, the food situation, the drink situation, the bathroom situation, the parking situation's all great. There's an outdoor area. I wish it was bigger, like Shelly said, but I like that it has a neighborhood feel. So if you haven't,
I drove by it yesterday, and I saw your car, and I saw quite a few young men walking from the apartments to go to Vincent's, which I love. I love anything that's walkable. Cool. That's why we spend so much time at Little Dottie in my neighborhood, because it's walkable.
It is walkable. And bartenders are great there.
Yes.
So, and yeah, I like Little Dottie too. I think it's better than the actual Hop Dotties.
Ours is great. I love it. It's very neighborhood. It's the same
Same
6 of
people.
us.
Yeah, I love it. So, other than us getting to consume great people and great energy, um, what have you been consuming in other areas of your life?
Well, last night I finished the first season of Guinness, House of Guinness, and um, very interesting show, very artistic, I think is the right way to describe it. Um, it has a like historic with a modern twist, and sometimes they play like modern rap music in the middle of it, which kind of throws me off, to be very honest. And then they do some pop-ups, which um which I don't know. I'm like, I don't need to be told what to think of this episode, this part of the show. um but can I do a spoiler?
Yes. Spoiler
Okay.
alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Give me 10 seconds. There's a shooting at the end of the season, and it's a big cliffhanger. You have no idea.
Okay. Well, that's not really a cliffhanger. If you were going to say who got shot and who shot him, like you are. We were watching it and you found out before and you told us all.
Anyway, that was. Pardon?
In the story, do you know who shot the person?
It's the brother of the activist. He's been going at it for a while.
All right.
Yeah. The you guys, big news as of tomorrow. Nobody Wants This season 2 starts. I'm very excited.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Did you watch the first season, Jody?
No.
Well, go watch the first season so you can watch the second season. It's so cute. It's Kristen Bell, and her and her sister have a podcast. Everybody thinks we started our podcast because of that show.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's company to keep right there because I love.
Yeah. Me too. I think she's great. Anyway,
make it through all the episodes, but yeah, I did watch a couple of the episodes. So.
Yeah. I love that show. I think their comedy is so cute, and I'm very excited about it. What did I read? I am reading Good Time Girl from Heather Gay. I'm about halfway through, and it's hilarious. She's such a talented writer. I'm so blown away.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's starting to talk about Real Housewives and getting the black eye and stuff like that. I assume you know about all of that, and everybody. That's
controversial what she did.
Yeah.
Because she blamed it on, she goes, I don't know how it happened. Maybe one of the staff members did it. Like, what? And it was really Jen. Spoiler.
Yeah, no, she says it was Jen, and that when she woke up.
First she did it. She really like carried it through the show and made it like a like a like a cliffhanger, and Whitney was getting so angry with her, like, just tell us what happened, because they all kind of knew it must have been Jen because Jen's hot-headed and ridiculous, and she's about to get out of prison. She's a fraudulent, horrible person, no offense, but she stole money from old people and their pensions. Like, she's been convicted of it, so it doesn't have to be allegedly. She actually did it. I think she's in prison in Texas.
Well,
Oh.
so Heather explains that they knew it was her,
Yeah.
but she was in so much trouble, they were trying to protect her.
Yes, they were, because one thing, so it was really weird in Salt Lake City, if I could deep dive a little with you, if you don't mind. But so Jen was a firecracker, and at first I kind of appreciated her energy. She was, a person who grew up like with a very rich family, not rich like, but like not rich like money rich, but just very connected family. She was helping out a lot of her family members. She had made it. She had married a coach for a university who coached football. And she had this beautiful family. And she was kind of a boss woman, and you kind of admired her because she had brought herself out of kind of like a not wealthy family and seemed to have made it in Salt Lake City. And then it started to unravel. And then her anger and her meanness came out. And she was one of those people, like, anything could trigger her. She was on edge all the time. And because really, honestly, she was hiding being a fraudulent person. And I think that kind of weighs you down ultimately. And then it's going to come out somewhere, somehow.
Exactly. And I think that is the same thing with Teresa, is that she knew at any moment
that part was going to fall. Yes.
Yeah. And so that's why
it was like, at first they were all kind of against Jen when she was first getting called out. But then they were like, if we're going to be real friends, we need to support her, at least until we know, like, if she's guilty, because she was proclaiming her innocence up until the final minute when she went in and pled guilty and got like 6 years in federal prison, something like that. For basically, their company would call up old people and say, if you give us this amount, we can double, triple your money. Well, that's a very like, that's a population that they might not all have every ability, like mental ability with them. And they're like, oh, I could leave this much money to my family. So they're very vulnerable. And they would go after these people and steal all of their retirement. People were left destitute, Shelly. It's really
it's awful. And as I'm a realtor in the state of Texas. We cannot do a contract with somebody legally if they are not if they lack mental capacity.
right. Yeah, there's safeguards. Anyway, but Heather and Meredith were kind of like supporting her. They went to New York before she went to court for a sentencing hearing. They were like, before she pled guilty. And then she pled guilty and they were shocked. They were literally like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's been lying to us all this time. Where the rest of us were like, oh, she's completely guilty.
Well, and Heather was like, we knew, they were being supportive, but they
friends.
They knew, and they knew it was Jen that gave her the black eye, and so
but they didn't want to pull it out on camera because she
exactly.
And now she assaulted somebody.
Exactly. Double down. A couple of months ago, Jessica recommended Codename Helena by Ariel Lawton and Lawton. And I'd read that book, and it was a very, very, very powerful female, undercover, World War II, and it's based on a true story. Phenomenal, incredible. She was just a powerhouse. if you're into historic fiction, add it to your list. Um, I loved one of the things is like when she was going to face the enemy in any shape or form, like she's getting ready to skydive into a zone. What she did was pull out her lipstick, her red lipstick, and put her red lipstick on, and she said, "This is my protection. Men cannot handle it." They treated her differently when she had that lipstick on.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so whenever she would go in, she'd be like, "Hold on a second," and go put her lipstick on. And I found that very entertaining. I was like, that's adorable. Um I finally got the book, The Girlfriend, and I can't wait to start that. And I'm halfway through Ashley Manley's book, Now to Forever, about Scotty.
Oh, yay.
And Ashley just announced today that all of her books are now available in print and in audio.
Yeah.
She's asked everybody to share her books with the libraries, and you can do that straight on Instagram. Most of the public libraries are on Instagram, so you can just go on to Ashley Manley's page and share it with your library,
Awesome.
your library system. So I did Michelle and APL, and but now I want to go back and listen to all of her audiobooks. I'm so excited.
I'm gonna re-listen to all of them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Style. It's such a you get so into it, you don't want to put them down. You know, they're just like quick reads, and you love every one of the characters, and it's like each character reminds you of somebody in your life. You know, you're like, oh, this reminds me of so and so, and her love stories are so sweet and funny and real. Like there's real relationships in there. So I love the way she writes. And I love that she's so prolific at it that we get a new book almost every 6 months right now. So
I know, and she released a holiday. It's called The Holiday Club. That's her newest book, and so very excited.
Perfect timing. Oh my.
Yeah, she is one of my highlights for 2025 is getting to know Ashley Manley.
Oh my gosh. I love her. She's such a sweet, spunky. She's that girl who like does the things that you wish you had done, you know, like how she and her family RV'd during COVID. Like they went and lived in an RV and traveled all over the continental US. I love that.
Agreed.
Those girls who's like, yeah, I'm going to write books now. I mean,
Yeah.
Before you know it, her books are going to become movies.
Yeah.
She's not somebody who just sits there and dreams about it. She actually does it. So,
oh, it's so inspiring. I love it.
I love that about her. And I love when women do stuff like that.
Me too. That's this whole thing with ShodyMedia. It's like somebody's like, I want to start a podcast. We're like, we want to help. Let us help you. Let's get going.
And Shelly's got the formula down. So you gotta listen to her. She knows what she's doing. She has it all written in like a Google Doc, and then she adds and changes it up, and it's so like, go fight, win, go fight, win. We're at Chris Becca with the Las Comadres, Veronica and Melissa, and we were talking to the owner, and I just was like, go fight, win. You know, she just,
oh my gosh, she's such a dynamo.
I want to do this. Boom, I'm doing it. I'm not going to just sit there and want to. I'm going to do it. And I'm like, I love that. I love people like
that. And the same with the guys from Coco's. It's, it's a couple, and they just were like, we really needed this. I have to go back to Coco's. If you have a Mahjong group, you need to look at Coco's. It's a great layout for Mahjong.
Yes, because they have those German beer tables, super big that you can spread out. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And little pockets everywhere, little pockets of seating everywhere. So
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they said they would do that. I think it was Michael and Trey. Trey's the manager. Michael's one of the owners, but I didn't get the other owner's name. I forgot. But
James, Michael and James.
Michael and James. So they were great. They were so cute. And I love Trey's energy, the manager. He's like, go try this, go sit there, go order this, da da da, and I love people that have that. And Michael was so cute to talk to us for a long time about their passion, how they started Buddha. They wanted something a little bigger and more in town, and they found it with Baker Street. Moving on. But I did ask, I was like, where's the dartboard? Where's the pool tables? They were like, no, this is strictly a sports bar with great food and lots of places to mingle. So I was like, I get it. Make it yours. Do it your way. And the bathrooms were immaculate. And the cigarette smell is gone.
Yeah, that's a great. And he said that he put so many lights in the tree, it looks like Johnson City. So outside
it at night.
Yeah, their outside is very wooded, has loads of misters, has an outside bar, so you can bring your dog, hang out. It's you guys. It's great. Bravo, they did a great job.
Okay, I haven't been able to read as much, but I've been consuming a lot of different podcasts. There's a network called The Binge, and they do 6 episodes of different stories, which I think is so bingeable, and it's released in one day, and I like that format. So they take a story, they have 6 episodes, and it's about various topics. And so right now I'm listening to one where they have like voice actors doing the story. So it's a different format that I'm used to. I'm not usually a fan of that format, but I'm giving it a go. More to come, and I'll let you know how that goes. But I like the binge format. It's 6 episodes of a topic or something that's going on in the news, or something from the past. And it's a really great way to listen to podcasts if you like it. It's kind of like how Netflix has the docuseries that are like 6, and I think they have found something that really speaks to people. Like that's the furthest that people want to go. Sometimes those docuseries on Netflix are dragged out a little longer. You don't need to go for the full 6, but that's all right. I'm here for them. And then I read the book Beautiful Ugly. I don't know if it was Jordan or somebody else that recommended the book to me. It is a suspense book. It's about an author whose wife goes missing. He's in a writing funk. He wanders into a Scottish island because his literary agent was like, why don't you go somewhere, get away, get your writing going again. Your wife's been missing for a year. See what you can do in this beautiful Scottish island that only has 25 inhabitants. They're all women except for one male. Anyway, it has a lot of twists and turns, and the ending is like completely insane. What happens, you don't see it really coming. I will say there are some things that I'm like, come on, we're not stupid, but it's like you want to go to that island and just go and be in nature and the beauty. That's what I kept thinking. I was like, this sounds just picturesque, the waves up against the island, the big mountainsides, Scottish. The weather's crazy, of course. You never know what the weather's going to be like. But sometimes even though I'm a cat, I like weather. I think weather is so fascinating. And so I do recommend it. It's very odd, but, go for it. I've also been consuming, I guess, in a way of deconsuming, of getting rid of things and cleaning out some closets at the ranch, and have found some cool relics in there. I found John's old ski vest of all the different ski places he went to when he was little. there's pictures of him in this vest. It's like, it has like steamboats and, all the different Colorado ski adventures. And his mom, I know she sewed each of those patches on by hand so sweetly so that he has this little keepsake. Anyway, I brought it back. There's been these just little things. I do love going through people's things and just finding these little treasures. I found this it looked like an old powder compact that somebody would either wear like a necklace and then they could powder their nose. It's so sweet and so cute. Just a little like, wow, this was somebody's cross that they put in their pocket every day that they would go out into the world as a protector. Teeny tiny Bibles, just beautiful postcards that were handwritten, by grandparents or great grandparents, little diaries, little journals. It's been a walk into people's lives, and then some things that I'm like, wow, why did we keep this? Like, I ran into all of John's grandmother's wigs. It reminded me of our Uncle Floyd.
That was so creepy.
Uncle Floyd, we don't know what was going on, but he was a little bit of a hoarder, and he would keep like newspapers, canned soups. And then after we went through we found his wife's hair that he had shaved completely off and put into a shoebox. And she had beautiful hair, but I just was like, that is very Ed Gein of you. Like, what are you?
Yeah. Howard Hughes. Very Howard Hughes of you.
Oh, yes, Howard Hughes. We didn't find any urine in a bottle, but we did definitely find.
There's a random breast milk.
Yeah, we didn't find. But it's been so fun going through the little things. And I have to tell you, when I go through it, if I find a box, I pick through every little thing because you don't know if there's going to be some kind of piece of history in there. I'm not just like throwing boxes away. It does look that way, but I'm actually going through every little thing that but I found out who the problem really is. It's not just Graham, it's John. He does not want to get rid of. He's like, but this is so important. I'm like, that was like the deed from a house that y'all sold 20 years ago. Like, it has no.
I have to agree. Like, watching you through this process, I don't think it was Graham. I think it was
It's John.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. There's the roadblock. There's the roadblock.
But I'm going to say it again. If you need a sewing table, if you want an old sewing machine table, you can put your sewing machine in. If you want a very old model, like body model that you can change, I think if you get it tweaked, you can change the hip size, the waist size, the breast size, all that. A dress model. Let me know. I got it for you.
I want to tell you something. I think Chandler wants that sewing table.
Okay, I'll take pictures of it again and send it to him. It stretches out to 6 feet. It's when it crumples down to like maybe like a foot across and 2 feet.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Anyway, if you have any recommendations for books, put them in, send them to us. We would love to keep talking about these books. We don't want to give too much away, but I definitely want to go read some of the historical women's books. Those sound amazing. So anyway, that's pretty much all I've been consuming.
Well, I just want to remind everybody this weekend is our big Halloween party. Information is going to be shared on socials. Ella will put that up today or this week. So it's our neighborhood, which is Westview Road. We block off the road. Couri has gone above and beyond. There's going to be bouncy houses. There's going to be lots of kid activities. They've been decorating for weeks. They're very excited. let me just see. I want to give you all the information. It starts at 5 p.m. They have bouncy houses, food, face painting, spooky trail, music, and if you've met Kate or George, they always go above and beyond. It's crazy. After dark at 8 p.m., the spooky trail gets really spooky. Our single ready to mingle that drops tomorrow, Eric, my neighbor, he puts on one of the scariest trails. It's called Project Terror. And he asked that it's free. He just asked that you donate to the food bank, 1 can, whatever non-perishables you have. The more the merrier. We would love more food for the food bank. It's right across the street from our house. And so come and hang out on Westview and on Saturday, 5 o'clock until 10 o'clock. We'll be out having a good old time. I'll be there. Hopefully Jody and John will join us. My sister-in-law Tristan will be in town, and our beautiful, gorgeous friend Callie Dwan will be in town. We would love to introduce her to a beautiful man so that she stays in Austin. And if you're single and ready to mingle and want to meet one of the most beautiful people I've ever met inside and out, come to the haunted activity. It's going to be so much fun. If you need more information, contact me, private message me, whatever. I'm glad to share any information and send you a link.
Yes, I can't wait. We will definitely be there. And I'll see if Peyton wants to come as well. So
yeah, if she likes scary things, it is. Morgan's coming. And then on Sunday we get to have a baby shower for Morgan. We're very excited. Fun weekend.
Anyway, we love you guys. Keep listening. Texas.
Yeehaw!